G'day. Welcome to Pattaya Down Under. Ada, how you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. Welcome back to part 2.
Yep. Now we're gonna. Is episode 4 part 2?
Oh, look, don't ask me about episodes.
Pretty sure it's
Don't ask me
episode
about
4.
Episodes. I've listened back to some other of our shit, and I think every episode we ask the same question. What episode is this?
Well, look, I think
I've given up.
I think season 3 we've been getting it right.
Yep.
So this is episode 4 part 2.
Yep.
The Pattaya Down Under bar owner's journey. We've still got Leon here. Leon, how you doing?
How you going, guys? Good to be back.
Yes, glad you're still here. So we touched on quite a few different things in the last part of season episode 4. And Leon did talk about a few of the things that, like when did he start up? Why did he want to get into the bar and that sort of stuff? And we touched on a few things. But I want to, in this part, I want to talk about costs and things of a bar, like owning a bar. What does it cost to actually own a bar? Like how much do you pay up front? You were talking about monthly payments, yearly payments. But we never talked about how much it actually is. So do you mind talking about that, Leon? What did you actually pay out in the bar to get this thing open?
All right. I'll start with, let's say, price. But I also want to give some advice also on do your research. When I bought this bar, it cost me basically 5 million baht.
Wow.
That's basically what it cost me. Now, it was an existing bar, but it needed a lot of work.
Now, when you say 5 million baht, did that include that debt? Did that include renovations, or was that just to get the bar?
That's to get the key to the bar.
Wow. Okay.
But you don't own the property. You're still paying a landlord.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
So you need to look at your lease, like how long was your lease? Is it going to be up in 3 years' time? My lease was, the reason why I bought it was cheap, and it had a 9-year lease.
All right.
And cheap.
So what does that mean though? So you mentioned 3 years, and then yours is 9. If you don't get the 9, what does that mean? Does it mean that because does that change? Does the lease value change if you don't lock it in?
Well, it allows the landlord after 3 years to either kick you out or push up the price as much as they want. It's not like Australia where it's a 3-year increase or a 4-year increase. They do have increases there, but you're in a world there where it's a grey area. So they can easily pump up the price of that after the 3 years. That's why the 9 years I was stuck at a price, and that was it every year.
Right, okay.
So the rent, let's say...
But that's a good thing because you know what you're up for every year now.
That's right. So for 9 years, the landlord can't do anything.
Okay.
The only way you're going to sort of get kicked out of the place is if, you're doing stuff you shouldn't be doing, as in drugs and things like that. My rent there was... now, I had a big building. The bottom floor was about just over 250 squares, and then it had 4 floors plus a roof. So it was a massive building, and I reckon I had the cheapest building in the whole area. We're talking about 50 grand. It was just under $50,000 a year rent.
Okay.
For a building that size.
I remember when I was over there, you took me through the building, and we went up to one level, and it was just living area, and you were going to deck it all out and fix that all up, and that was going to be my free accommodation whenever I was over there.
Yeah. Come up pretty good.
Yeah, it was going to be, and we will talk about that at some stage about what happened in the end.
I don't know who was more devastated. Probably Leon.
I think I'm pretty sure he was more devastated.
But I was pretty gutted too. Don't worry.
I'm pretty sure.
That was a place for all my friends to come.
Yeah.
So 5 million baht to get the key. Then it costs you 50,000 a year in rent, Australian, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we also got to talk about key money. Key money is like a bond.
Not the toilet, like key.
No, that's right, exactly. Not the Thai key.
Not the Thai key.
We're talking about a key that opens a door.
Right.
Yeah. Good one, Adrian. That's a bit of Thai language for you.
Yeah. Well, a few people might know what that means.
Yeah, true.
What?
Like the listeners, they'll know.
Yeah.
So the key money, we're talking about the key money, so it's like a bond, but this for me was every 3 years, and there was an extra 300,000 baht on top of that. Every 3 years.
You had to pay 300,000 baht every 3 years?
Every 3 years.
Okay.
Wow.
Jeez.
Lucky for me, when I bought the bar, it had already been paid for 3 years.
Yep.
I'm already broke and we haven't even started yet.
Steve-O's taken out a second mortgage and hasn't even opened the door.
I've got the noose ready. Wow, that's pretty impressive. So, okay, so you got just 3 things there that, I mean, most people would know about rent, you know, and I wouldn't have thought about a $5 million bar just to get the key. But anyway, there you go. So, okay, so you've got the key, you've paid your bond, you've got your monthly or yearly rent set up.
Yep.
You're in there, you've renovated, and you're running. What other costs are there?
You've got music license.
Yeah.
Music
alcohol license. You've got smoking license.
Hang on, back up. Music license, is that to play
music?
So is that a Thai thing or is that...
It's through the tobacco
okay.
licensing board.
I've never heard of that. I understand playing music that isn't yours,
Yeah.
there would be copyright restrictions and
Not
stuff.
at all. Not in the clubs. Maybe on YouTube.
But you need a license for it,
So
though.
why do you need
A license to... It's through the tobacco alcohol board.
Right.
you pay
So
for
you
that.
need a license
It's about
for music?
8,000 baht a year.
Yeah, right.
So you need a license for music, a license for alcohol, and a license for smoking.
Yep.
Jeepers, what do they cost
About $8,000 a year.
each? All up.
Some are about 15,000. Depending where you are.
Okay. For you then, what was
Depending what you want to pay, what they ask you to pay.
yours? Okay. So
I'll give you a funny-
is this negotiable then?
It can be negotiable. I actually got a license by offering someone a washing machine.
Jeepers.
That's true.
Is that called money laundering?
laundry? Money laundry?
It's money launder.
Yeah, money launder. That's where they probably got the word from.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, what's your story?
That was it. My washing machine story. They wanted my lawyer accountant turned around and said to me, "You need a license." I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh, normally they want you to pay cash, but do you want it straight away?" I said, "Yeah," because I want to open the bar. I can't open without it. They go, "Well, can you buy my washing machine?" I said, "All right, how much is it?" It was 19,000 baht. I said, "Okay, no problem." So I bought him a washing machine. I got my license that day.
There you go.
That's a good story.
This is
I like
Thailand.
it. It's Thailand.
Yeah, love it. You gotta love it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I'd say that there'd be circumstances here you could do things like that, you know, but most people in business don't think to do that. Whereas over there, it's front of mind.
Yeah.
This is what I love about the place, because there's no hidden bullshit. It's in your face.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you guys wanted to talk about something later on, but you know, it's just in your face. There's no anything hidden.
Yeah.
If they want something, they come and tell you straight up to your face. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So I don't know. So I don't know if you're going to touch on this, Steve-O, but it's just come to mind. Now, just basically, I know it's probably hard for you to figure out, but I'm sure you may have crunched the numbers while you're running the business. Let's say per month, what are your profits? Just an average profit.
Ooh.
Because I know, I'll finish. I remember I was in a bar complex once and I was walking to the toilets and some guy, he was an English bloke sitting there, sees me and says, "G'day, mate, how you been?" And I'm like, "Yeah, good." And I go, "Sorry, do I know you, mate?" And he goes, "Yeah, you were here." And I said, "No." Anyway, long story short, we got chatting and he owned that bar. And I said, "Oh, geez, mate, you're living the dream." And he goes, "You're fucking kidding, aren't you?" That's a fucking nightmare. I'll never do this again.
Yeah.
And he didn't paint it in a good light. It was yeah. So
What do you, mate?
Okay. Look, you know, there's a lot of things online about, you know, owning a bar. Now, remember what I said to you about if you don't market it, you won't succeed.
Yeah.
If you think you're going to go there and open a bar and you open the doors and people are going to flood in, forget about it.
Yeah.
If I didn't market, and plus I had an existing bar and I had existing clientele.
Yeah.
But if you're going to start from scratch with nothing, you're going to struggle.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't know how to market.
Yeah.
You have to market to let people know you're there.
Yeah.
That place has been there for 13 years. All I did was basically went in there and revamped it and made it look more special.
Yeah.
It'd been the Oasis for 13 years.
Yeah.
It was the first go-go bar, apparently, what I was told, in Soy Bucal.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, it's iconic. But in saying that, like, it was iconic, but it was getting a bit old.
Yes.
It was getting a bit old. It probably could have done,
Look, the inside was great. I loved as soon as I walked in that club, the face looked horrible,
Yeah.
but it'd been like that for years.
Yeah.
And I'd seen the figures,
Yeah.
and the guy wrote down everything.
Yeah.
But when I walked in that place, I went, "Oh wow, this is cool.
Yeah.
It's running. It's making money.
Yeah.
What can I do?
Yeah.
Right? Let's revamp it." And that's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
In relation to your question, what did I make? I'll give you an example. Low season and high season. Okay. I actually did quite well in the low season. I was a fresh bar.
Yeah.
I had existing clientele, but I was friendly to my staff. I didn't push people to drink. I just let people come in and enjoy. Some people didn't like it. Some people did. Some people come in and say, "Oh, it looks great. Wow, you've done an amazing job." Some people say, "Oh, they like the old stuff."
Yeah.
Now, saying that is the people that don't spend the big money. You know, they want one beer and they want to sit there and they want to be able to touch the girls and all that. I didn't allow the touching. I stopped everything. I changed it. So let's say a good night. A good night you could make up to 140,000 baht to 200,000 baht on a good night.
Yep.
Turnover.
Yep, that's everything.
Yep.
And it depends on basically how many girls you got. You could have 20 girls, 30 girls, 40 girls. Each girl, let's say they make an average of 1,000 baht to 1,500 baht. Plus you got service staff. Plus you got DJ. You can probably clear, I don't know, let's say 2.5 grand, 3 grand Aussie.
A night.
Yeah. And if you have a big night, you might clear 5-6 grand.
Yeah, right.
Now, remember, my bar was a big bar.
Yeah, yeah.
It was not an open bar. This is
Yeah.
a professional go-go bar.
Yeah.
You know, and I had 30, 40, 50 girls.
Yeah.
So, but some bars, you know, they've got 100 girls.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a partner. I was on my own, and that's all I could afford. Don't overcommit yourself if you can't pay the money.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, the guy.
Was that a low night, did you say? Low season?
That was high.
Oh, that's high. Okay.
Yeah.
The guy, in saying that though, the guy I spoke to, it was a it was a beer complex. It's the one that they're rebuilding now, Soy Made in Thailand, and it was just like a square bar with about 15 chairs around the outside. Yep. So yeah, I guess even just from what you're saying and looking at something like that, how do you expect to make money from that? Like how are you going to market that first of all?
Yeah,
like it's just a bar and a beer complex.
Yeah,
you know.
But if you talk to these people and you say, what is a lot of money to you?
Yeah.
That's the other question, isn't it? What is a lot of money to me? What is a lot of money to you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So to me, is 100,000 a lot of money? No, it's not.
Yeah.
To another bloke, it's a life savings.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, so I have, you in that industry, you meet so many people and they go, "Oh my God, you got this bar, you must be making millions." No.
Yeah.
Not making millions yet.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, unfortunately, obviously because of COVID, we only had it for a short time.
Yeah.
But I was able to get that business from nothing, a rundown business, to a pumping business. I mean, we did $240,000, 240,000 baht on the last night before COVID.
Wow.
240, and we were jam packed. We had over 250 people in there.
Did they know they were locking down? Was that like a?
Yeah, we knew.
So you had a big So
we had a big party, and it was jam packed, mate.
Yeah. Would have been a good one though.
Oh yeah.
You couldn't move.
Wow.
It was just and then anyway, it was just it was a busy night. But look, you can make money if you do it right.
Yeah.
It's like anything, isn't it? You don't do it right, you can fail.
That's right, exactly. Yeah. And you need to get the good girls in there, and you need to listen to your regular customers, what they want. We had a really nice guy there, Jimmy, and he used to come in. He's been coming there since Oasis. He used to come in with a towel over his shoulder because he used to sweat all the time. And he would bring other people in.
Yeah.
And he had a spot where he sat, and no one sat there except Jimmy.
Yeah, right.
Doesn't matter who it was. I don't care who was there, and I'd tell them, "Excuse me, can you move? Because we've got a VIP client coming in. He's been coming here for years." They understand. And he was fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, I love the business. I really do. I love Pattaya, full stop.
Yeah, yeah. I guess
so do we.
You hear a lot of negative, things like about relationships. You hear a lot of negative things about corruption, and about bar owning. But
that's one thing I want to ask.
All the negativity you hear about bar owning. I mean, there's probably fucking 95% of those bars are all owned by Farangs. You know?
The thing is, where do you hear it from?
Yeah, that's right.
I've met a few bar owners. They don't say anything.
Yeah.
They don't say, "Oh, my bar's fucked," or
Yeah.
you know.
That's what I mean. It's
the
those,
managers, you know.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're not making money.
Yeah, yeah.
And the managers can be really devastating to your business.
Yeah.
If they're the wrong one.
Yeah.
You know.
Because of past experiences, and they say, "Oh, that bar made this much. We're doing really bad here."
Yeah.
Whereas you might be doing okay, based on again what you said before. When someone says, "Oh, $500 a night's pretty good for me,"
That's
whereas
right.
whereas the manager sits there going, "Oh, you could make more," and but
Yeah.
you're happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just keep it good.
Yeah.
Look, we made a lot of money in that short time. A lot of money. I've got the records to it. I did everything right. I put the money in the bank every day. I ran a professional business. I didn't run a money laundering business.
Yeah.
That money was my money, you know, and I ran it as a professional business. A lot of people run it to launder money.
Yeah.
A lot of people run it. They have
Because-
no idea. They think it's just easy, but it's not easy.
Well, they just sit there going, "I've got somewhere to drink now, and it's mine."
That's right.
But they're not actually thinking of it as a business to make money. If they don't do that, they're going to fold it anyway.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Sorry, I was going to mention Gina owns Matador.
Yes.
I know a bar owner through friends from years, you know, and she owns a few. They're just beer bars. She owns a few around, and she opened one up again now in Soybucow recently. Like
Outside of Tree Town.
Yeah. Like if it's not profitable, where's she opening all these bars?
Yeah.
And that's soy made in Thailand. They've knocked it all down. They're rebuilding. She's just bought 3 bars in there. 3 bar, like just those small beer bars, you know.
Yeah,
but she's bought 3 of them, and she's going to rent them out. How can you tell me, like, these people? This is what I'm saying. People put such a negative spin on being a bar owner in Pattaya or in Thailand, and I think if you got your head screwed on, it can be profitable and enjoyable. Like,
Well, I just got news yesterday from one of my sources over there. Now, I always keep in the industry and I talk with everyone there to see what's going on all the time, who owns what, who sold what's for sale, what's not for sale, what's going on. And I spoke to a friend of mine over there. She's got 3 bars, and as you were saying, what people have done, smart business people have taken on most of these little bar complexes and renting them out to other people.
Yeah.
So they've taken it on 11,000 baht,
Yeah.
let's say for example, and renting it out for 500,000 baht.
Yeah.
So it's business.
She could be doing that. You don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. But
What about another cost to bar girls? Do they cost you anything, or do they make their own money?
Okay, so with the girls who work in the bar, there's 3 style. Let's say 3. You can have a freelancer.
Yep.
Which basically she comes in and sees your customers and basically sells drinks. We make money by selling drinks. The second one is salary, and the third one is contract. So it'll be a 10-day contract at a certain price per day. The salary will be a monthly salary plus drinks. So everyone gets drinks, but the girls who make the salary, they get a salary per month, and whatever figure we agree on. So there's a lot of people that say, oh, look, you know, there's 3 stages of girls where there's a model, supermodel, or coyote, where the coyote doesn't go with men. The second one does, and then there's a top model that should be only a contract. So she doesn't want salary unless you give her a massive salary. So your contract girl will be, let's say, for example, 1,500 baht per day for 10 days, plus drinks. Now, the drinks, there's a lot of information I'm giving you guys.
yeah, that's all right.
Go out and open another bar. So the drinks work in a way where, let's say you sell a drink for 180,000 baht. 180 baht per drink.
I prefer the 180,000.
Yeah, I wish it was 180.
I only work for one day.
Sorry about that. So it's 180 baht per drink. Out of that drink, they could get either 50 baht or 60 baht
Yeah.
Okay.
from that drink. The girls are paid daily on that for the drinks, and then their salary is paid monthly, either in their account or cash.
Yeah.
That's how the payment system works.
Okay. Can we ask what it costs a monthly salary? Is it?
Yeah, you
does
can
it
ask,
vary
no
on,
problem.
Does it vary on different girls, or is it always the same flat rate?
Yeah, as I was saying before, you get the models that could want more, depending on the girl too. How many drinks she sells, but your basic salary per month is about 15,000 baht.
Okay.
That's your basic salary.
And if you've got one that's on salary, and she says, "Oh, I need to go on a holiday for 10 days," do you deduct that from her, or does she still keep that monthly salary?
She will get penalised if she's on contract with us.
But what about if she's monthly salary?
Yes.
She'll get penalised.
She needs to give us
notice.
Yes, notice at least a few weeks before.
Okay.
Yeah, but she will get penalised. Yeah.
And that's mainly just so that you can get someone else. Because if everyone went on holiday, all of a sudden there'll be no one in the bar, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fair enough. There's fines. Look, I don't agree with it, but I just follow the system.
Yeah.
Every bar does the same. One thing you don't want to do is step on everyone's toes and go, well, I'm doing something different now. I'm going to be paying them this much, because it's like the price of petrol. They put the price of petrol up and everyone follows. It's not like that in the bar system, because some bar owners can't afford to pay more, where some bars are paying more, but they're arguing and they're going, why are you paying the girls more? Because now I've got to pay them that much.
Yeah.
So that's a big, big thing in the industry too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. And everyone talks, right? So
of course, so everyone talks.
Yeah.
Now, it's mainly not the owners that talk; it's the managers that talk. I was just lucky enough to be in there full time, being an owner. But I let staff do it. I just overlooked everything and made decisions on. Nothing was ever made without asking me, and I would say, "Okay, what do you think? Is it good that we do this? Yeah, because these other bars are doing it. Okay, let's follow."
Yeah.
okay.
I never was negative towards anyone else. I don't want to be like them. I don't want to do what they do. I was always trying not to step on anyone's toes.
Fly under the radar and just keep your bar going.
Remember, I was new to that.
That
That
makes sense.
area.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense. Now, you mentioned it before, Ada.
Leon and I have had this conversation many times off the record.
So I'm going to bring this up now.
We've got to tiptoe around it because it
is a delicate,
controversial.
Topic. Yeah, but I guess it's a question to ask, and people might be thinking this: having a bar, is there an additional cost as far as corruption is concerned?
oh God,
So people hear stories.
let me have a drink of water.
While he's drinking water, I'll just mention that time I was over there when Leon was not far from opening the bar. He says, "Oh, I've got a meeting with a couple of guys. Do you want to?" Because I think I took you on my bike, didn't I? I said, "Well, just hop on my bike. I'll take you down there." He goes, "Yeah, we'll go for lunch." So we met these two guys, and they were having this discussion about this topic. And you hear the stories and the rumours about corruption and what's involved in opening a bar. And when you're hearing it, and that it's actually like it's happening, and you're going, "Wow, it is." There is.
It's real.
It's real.
We call it corruption. Over there, it's part of business. I think.
I guess you're right.
I think it's reality.
Yeah.
Over there, it's reality. Corruption is a really, really strong word.
It is, yeah.
Especially we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, maybe let's not use the C word, yeah?
Yeah. Well,
I don't want to end up chopped up like that other bloke that was in
we'll just call it an additional cost.
Additional cost. Okay.
So the additional cost,
Yes.
how does that happen?
You get visited.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to you. Someone just walked in the door.
Yeah, basically someone just walked in the door and just said, we want to... I know. It's a hard one, really.
We want to help you take care of your business.
Yes, we just basically... not take care of the business. It's not really about that. It's just we need some money.
Yeah.
That's all. Okay. And what are you going to pay?
Yeah.
No, look, let's get serious about it. You need to be really, really careful when it comes to that kind of stuff. You can't play around. It's their world. It's not your world.
Yeah, of course.
And it's a world that you can never, ever, ever control and never, ever think you could.
Yeah.
Ever, because it won't happen.
And that's it, isn't it? You don't want to be the first flung to go in there and go, I'm opening a bar, but I'm not going to do that.
No. Listen, you need to, you really
it's
need
not going to work.
You need to stand your ground.
Yeah.
You can't be intimidated in any way. As soon as you do that, you're finished.
Yeah.
You are finished. And I've seen guys that you would never ever mess with or think do not mess with crumble.
Yeah.
If you stand your ground, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not selling drugs. I'm not laundering money. I really find it in a way where when these kind of people come and say hello to you, you need to be with them and work with them.
Yeah.
They need to be fair,
Yeah.
right? And you can work it out.
Yeah.
And I worked it out. I actually worked it out. I wasn't intimidated in any way. And when they did come and talk to me, I let my managers say to talk. They wanted to know who I was. They met me. We worked something out. Now, it took me a while to get the right people, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because I had all different types of people come and say hello.
Yeah. Because I remember this was a conversation that these guys had.
Hang on. So you're saying there's, I don't know what word to use here, but let's say.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to be looking over my shoulder next time I'm walking down. Sorry, Diana.
Are you saying there's the Lane boys, the North Mitcham boys, and you got to pick one of them?
No, there's a hierarchy, and
Yes.
you've got to pick the correct hierarchy.
That's right.
So obviously there's a hierarchy, yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well said. Look, I'll tell you a little story, right? I'm not going to mention names or anything like that, okay? I'm not going to mention people or anything. So let's picture. I went and had a meeting. I'm not sure it was the one.
Maybe, yeah.
Ada come come with me. I think it was something else. Was that the Terminal 1? Was that the one?
No. The meeting you and I had was. I'm even too scared to mention the bar.
No. Don't no bars, right? Okay, let's say. Okay, so basically, what I did is, I met the chief of the chief.
Yep.
Straight to the chief.
Yep.
And what are you willing to pay? This much. Now, these are things that I didn't know what was happening because I've never faced it.
Yep.
As in these kind of people. You know, I've faced other kind of people, but not these kind of people.
Yeah.
Now, these are the people you just can't say no to.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't happen. You'll be on the first flight back to Australia and won't be coming back. There's no threats or things like that. It's just that they want to make money, just like you want to make money.
It's just business transactions.
So
they were polite.
They were very polite. But what happened was, even though I spoke to the hierarchy, I ended up speaking to someone else that said, "Don't worry about that one because he's not in charge. I am."
Yeah.
And I went from 20,000 baht to 3,000 baht a week.
Yeah.
Oh, it dropped.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't doing anything. So if you're going to do something wrong, you got to pay for it. You're not going to go and step in my territory and think you're going to make more money than me. If you're going to make money, I want some.
Yeah.
We're all Italian, yeah?
Yeah.
So we know what that means. La cosa nostra.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's and I love it, right? I'm not scared of it, but you know why? Because I was confronted with it straight up.
Yeah.
It was just what it is, and I was fine. There was no problem. I've never ever. I've been going there 15 years, and I've never had problems with anybody there.
So we used the C word before, but when you look at the bigger picture, all right, you've got all those bars, everything's operating, everything's running. It's all part of the business, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's all part of the business.
But the reason why we use the C word, obviously, is because it doesn't happen here.
That's right.
So we know what it is.
It's almost a cultural thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but we know what it is in reality. But over there, it's a different kind of reality.
Yeah.
It's their reality, I should say.
I reckon it happens everywhere, but it's not confrontal. It's not They don't confront you. They do it behind your back, and before you know it, it's over.
Yeah.
Where here you discuss it, talk about. Sorry, in Thailand, you talk about it, and I just think it's the same way as politicians. Politicians get into their seat by paying money. Mm-hmm. And how are you going to accumulate your money? By doing dodgy deals.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry to say.
No.
I'm just being, and it's the same thing. You open a business, you got to do what you got to do to make money.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. No, that's it.
All right. Well, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Appreciate that insight.
Anytime, guys. Anytime.
Into that. That
was a
really
pleasure.
Good. No worries.
I might change my appearance now next time I go there. might stay in another part of Pattaya.
Everyone knows you now. Run and hide. Well, anyway, thanks for coming.
Thank
Ada.
you. Yep.
Good episode.
Thanks,
good.
guys. That's great.
And you know what to say?
Well, hang on. Before I go there,
you want
I
to
just
think?
want to finish off and just again thank Leon for coming on.
You're welcome.
And I lost my train of thought now. Thanks. I was just about to say something, then you threw to me for the
Okay.
for the close off. And
Do you want me to
now I
close it
forgot.
then?
Yeah, mate. Look,
Well, you know what we say.
love is just a bar stool away.
It is indeed.
All right.
We'll see you
See
next
you guys.
time. Bye.
Bye.